U.S. Israel tensions build as Iran talks progress. As nuclear talks in Vienna enter a critical stage, the gaps and suspicions over Iran between the Israeli government and the Biden administration are growing. Why it matters: both sides want to avoid the kind of public fight that emerged during the negotiations over the 2015 deal. But in private, there's growing frustration on both sides about the lack of trust, coordination, and transparency. Driving the news, in between the first and second round of nuclear talks which the U.S. hopes will lead to a restoration of the deal and Israel hopes will fail, an apparent act of Israeli sabotage led to an explosion at Iran's Natanz nuclear facility. 2 days later, senior U.S. and Israeli officials met for a second round of strategic talks on Iran. Behind the scenes, according to 2 Israeli officials involved in the talks, Israeli National Security Advisor Meir Ben-Shabbat raised concerns that the U.S. was not showing sufficient consideration of the Israeli government's positions during its Iran diplomacy, Israeli officials tell me. The U.S. side raised concerns of its own that Israel was engaging in military and intelligence operations against Iran without fully informing Washington, the Israeli officials say. The Israelis stressed their right and duty to defend Israel against Iran. Israeli officials tell me they had notified the U.S. in advance of recent operations. It was not a surprise for the Americans, one Israeli official told me. On the one hand, the Israelis claim that the Biden administration hasn't been fully transparent with them on the proposals it is making in Vienna, for example, on the non-nuclear sanctions the U.S. would consider lifting, per a senior Israeli official. On the other, a senior Biden administration official pushed back on those claims, stressing that senior U.S. and Israeli officials have been engaged in close consultations on an ongoing basis. The U.S. and Israel will maintain this close and candid dialogue going forward, the U.S. official said. If you like this video, hit the notification button for more news. Thank you for watching.